Hello, it's Justin here again in the Film Recipes YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the video. And well, here I am, Justin. I make a lot of film recipes, I suppose. I have a website, film.recipes, which you may know, and I now also have an app which contains over 500 recipes, 40, something like that anyway. So it's going great, and I've got some links to that in the comments below. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I'm here to show a little bit more about how I take my photos, where I go, what I do, and which recipes I use in different conditions. Today it's turned out to be rather grey and dull. The sun was out an hour or so ago, but it's a fairly grey, dull day. So what do you do in these sorts of situations? Well, if we're going to go and take photos and include a lot of that sky up there, we're going to get a lot of very white, very dull parts to our image. And you know, unless you make a real effort to be creative with some framing or something, you're not going to have very much of a decent photo. But you could use a recipe that starts to work with these conditions or tries to combat them a little bit. And so what I'm going to try for a little bit now is use the Newsprint film recipe. So this is a mono recipe based on the Acros, and it's loaded up here on the Film Recipes app. And well, it has, what does it have? It has quite strong grain, which add a little bit of texture to some of these very plain areas. It has a boost to contrast with both a little bit of extra highlights, a little bit of extra shadow as well, and it also uses clarity and sharpening to give things a really crisp sort of look. So it's modeled a little bit on newspaper style images, black and white images, of course, called Newsprint, but it works quite well to bring some detail and some impact into otherwise dull conditions. So that's what we're going to give a try to. I'm out again on the south coast of the UK in Hampshire. I'm in a place called Hill Head, and down here it's low tide right now, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm walking some distance from the shore. It's a nice area that in the warm sunny days is full of boats and lots of people enjoying the sunshine, but here I am down by the water. You can maybe hear or see at least the waves there, and get a sense of the fact that you know, it's a very nice spot to be on a brighter, sunnier day. But we're going to try and do what we can with the weather as it is, and I'm going to give it a go with the Newsprint film recipe. The camera here, Fujifilm X S20, which I use, and my 16 to 80 f4 zoom lens, which I've become very familiar with and I use all the time that I can. So let's have a go. I'll share some pictures and see what we can find. Looking around mainly for little details and bits and pieces on the shoreline, maybe get a little bit down by the water, see what we can see. Okay, there we go. Thanks very much. Let's have a go. So a little bit of exploring along the shoreline, seeing what we can find, a few little details. Sometimes, you know, zooming in to show the texture and so on can work quite well in these sort of conditions, and you can see that on that seaweed photo there, where you've got one zoomed out a little bit, maybe lacks a little something, but as you zoom in you can see a bit more of the texture, and it seems to work better as a photo. The other thing, of course, is every now and again something happens you're not really planning for, and so the nice thing here is the local sea rowers, we saw them there from the sailing club, came down with a boat, and they've disappeared off quite some distance actually now, but it's quite fun to have a little bit of something going on to grab a few snaps as well. Otherwise it's quite quiet down here on the beach today, and the few dog walkers and things like that, but yeah, it's a nice place to be, and but today it's more or less my own, well, our own private beach anyway, let's call it that. So moved along a little bit along the beach, and found a little area of sand here with some nice patterns in the the grooves of the sand, which are quite nice. I think these sort of textures are particularly great when the light is low, and they get to see a bit more of an exaggerated relief on there, but still you can see a little bit of some interest there. So I'm going to leave it there for this little clip of the Newsprint film recipe, and as a little reminder, that is available in my app, which you can get on the iOS store and Android as well on the Play Store. And I'm going to add the links down in the comments below, as I understand people do on these videos. Also, it's early days, but it would be great if you did join me on this journey. So if you'd like to, you can like and subscribe. I think that'll help a lot, and it'll also give you a chance to find out when I post some more videos. I'm intending to do that and work my way through a good selection of the film recipes that I have published. And of course, whilst I would love it that you buy the app, I will give you the full film recipe at the bottom as well, so that you can grab that and give it a try should you like to. And I think also I'll revisit this film recipe on a brighter day so we can see the difference, because it is quite interesting to see how the conditions are so important in how a film recipe performs. So anyway, there we go, that's it for now. Justin from film.recipes on the Film Recipes channel, out and about shooting and sharing with the Newsprint film recipe. Thanks very much.